All right, there we go.
What's
Slim
this?
of the Dead.
Where's that?
This is the cemetery that we saw in the very first episode.
Oh, wow.
We returned.
We've shot a lot of stuff right there,
It
man.
was in black and white, and then it was in color.
It certainly was. This is of course the whole first scene from Night of the Living Dead, redone by Slim and Jim instead of Barbara and Johnny.
But also, harken to the first episode of the Slim Duffy Show.
Now Slim is trimming the hedges here, as you can see. He's got the same pair of clippers.
Does Jim have a different pair? Why is his pair different?
His pair is a little shittier, actually.
Because Slim outranks him at the cemetery on the cemetery gig because he's been doing it for longer. So is Slim Jim's boss on the cemetery cleanup?
He must be.
I would certainly hope so.
Slim's in charge. Jim's a drunk.
This is my crew, and you're going to listen to what I have to say.
Yeah, we should delve into that a little more. Show Slim bossing.
I don't think you have a part in your mustache in this one.
I can't see from that angle.
Who's that?
This is Burnt Charlie.
Who is that?
Zombie.
Walking.
Is that Chris Nickels as Burnt Charlie, or is it Chris Winslow?
That was Nichols.
He's
getting closer.
Wow.
Yeah,
He's
looks like
moving,
you're trying
dude.
to grab some titties.
Jesus Christ.
I was really excited about being able to recreate this scene.
Oh, no!
Was this one of your early inspirations as a filmmaker?
Certainly, yeah, Romero and the Dead movies.
Oh,
that looks so good.
That came out great.
And that was the body we were talking about earlier in our commentary.
Got a wig.
So where did you come up with, no!
Probably just when I was, just in shooting, just, it just comes out during one take and was funny, so.
That's Jim's catchphrase.
It's stuck,
Nerve action.
Yeah.
He's coming back.
Oh my gosh, that's scary. Oh, where's that?
I like the way he
What's that
runs.
place?
That's down behind your house, isn't it?
Yeah, and my parents' place, the field, up behind the field.
So those aren't the same location, it's different locations?
It's just changed locations.
Oh.
And here he runs.
Is that a different location or is that the same location?
You asked a lot of questions.
That was a different one. And now this is a different location.
Now where's this?
Slim ran really far to get to Rusty.
Where'd you get the jacket?
This is the stuff the listeners want to know.
Now we're going to Rusty's farm here. I remember I had a really...
Fuck.
This was a tough episode to write, like, the ending for. And
This was really good.
I think Rusty probably rapes girls.
well...
I'm not going to comment on that.
The Rusty fuck character. I mean, in this universe, like, I can't imagine he could get laid. Like,
he's got cows.
You've seen the women in our area. The bar scene.
Oh, here we go.
You know what I'm saying?
you think Rusty fuck, like, could get laid at the bar?
At the bar? Absolutely.
The way he's
Very-
talking and
Very
with
realistic
the pillow under his
zombies.
shirt.
Now, why is his beard so short in this episode?
That is a
Probably
great
helps
question.
you.
He had shaven his for his summer beard, I believe. That was this. Even though this is October. Jim
Looks
doing
like
that
those two
good.
cows.
I
you
was just
fucked.
gonna say that.
Yeah.
And that was something that came out in like one of the early times you saw Rusty. I
Yeah, he's
believe.
playing with his little cow figures.
Now I can see the part. in
You
your
really see
mustache.
Get all those eggs.
Yeah.
Have you made a lot of omelets?
And the one
It's
beer.
Oof, that's
Is that
rough.
a Modelo beer in the fridge?
That was a Modelo, yeah. Love the Modelo.
Now, who's he supposed to be?
Who is that? Is that JT?
This is,
Who plays him?
this is Jay.
Now, does he
I don't like him.
does he parody any character in the?
I don't think so. I mean, he just, people show up. He's just another.
I like the hat.
And I remember that being hard about writing this was like, which character is this one gonna represent? And then eventually you just have to, whatever.
Do you still have your high school top hat?
That's the one. That's the
I thought your high school one was taller.
No, the taller one is the one that I got from Rennie's on Main Adventure as just a Halloween prop.
Catch your 10 trout. That's his Andy.
Oh yeah, the late
Jewel.
Andy Jewel.
He's bragging about trout fishing. Rusty's.
We're just gonna stand around looking at each other's bulges all day, or we gotta get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that's what I would like to know.
I think I would like to stand around and look at each other's bulges all day.
This is a good way to spend it.
Rod
day.
has always
That's
got a
what
can
we
of
did.
dip in that front pocket, as you can see.
Yeah, absolutely.
Open. They'll have the dick crack. The dick crack.
I remember that was very funny, and like part of that was improv, I think.
Yeah. He's just,
And then we're like, keep doing that, like, and then he had to go through and you have to count his beats. He'd be like,
pizza goldfish, pizza rolls.
yeah. What? It's nighttime all of a sudden?
Because in horror movies, it's always like nighttime immediately.
How did that happen?
I think that happens in Night of the Living Dead too. Like it's like day, and then she looks out the window, and it's immediately nighttime.
So how did you get that shot of it being night? Did you have to wait for it, or did you go back out after the sun went down?
I went back out after it was just about sundown. I got that shot.
I like you,
This
Michael.
is when we find out
I like
Rusty
you too.
Rusty used to know Elvis.
I like that shirt there. Is that custom?
Yeah,
Friggin'
custom
sweet.
made, brother.
Someone's got a comfort duck.
We've seen that duck before in some
Yeah, a
episodes.
little bow on it.
Oh, now who played the zombies?
Those are digital zombies.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. No, Matt went out and hired like 10 actors.
I did.
You should totally do that. It probably costs.
This
a
is
lot.
a reference, of course, to the movie Zombie, the Lucio Fulci.
One of the best
Where
zombie
they-
movies
where they-
ever.
Basically, just let them all in and start shooting them for real no reason.
That's
Oh,
me in a
that's
thong.
Yeah, the giraffe, the banana
giraffe
hammer.
song.
It's a horse, but giraffe is good too.
Yeah.
Haven't you had that since high school?
I've had that since high school.
I remember you brought it into
It
class.
was a speech and drama class.
That's true. I
The
forgot
class
about that.
that I met Matt Enos in.
That's, yeah.
Oh wow!
Yeah, that's how I
The
met
class I met Rod Lord and Mike in.
Matt. Yeah. So Cade and I have known each other since Cade was in diapers. I've known Cade his entire life.
Yeah, me
He
too.
gets real disgusted every time I say that. Maybe you'll hear him go on the audio. I'm not sure. And then Zachary I've known since we were babies as well. We're relatives of sorts. Matt I've only known since high school. But everybody else I've known from the Slim Duffy Show since we were little kids. Rod was my best friend from like 3rd grade up, but we also had the same Ninja Turtles lunchbox in kindergarten. This is all stuff I probably said earlier in the commentary, but that was
Yeah,
2
the
years
banana
ago.
hammock is super small.
Nice Molotov.
Now,
action.
Bill, if you're watching this, we were really super safe with the fire and the hay. Like, we had water on
Yeah.
standby. I know anybody who's watching this and is a farmer is probably, like,
Lighting a
utterly
fire in a
disgusted,
barn.
but
Yeah, it was a
we,
little.
we were definitely as safe as we could be.
I believe there was a bucket of water right underneath
And this
them.
is how Rod and Lyle actually just act with one another in
Yeah.
general, which is why they play really well together.
JT's just kind of given up.
He wants it.
Also in the movie Zombie, there's just a lot of scenes of people going, "Ah!" and just standing there as
So,
the
Michael,
zombies
did
walk
you-
towards them.
Did you fluff yourself up before you got into the G-string?
I
or did you
don't
just go with what you
believe
had?
so. I'm not packing a lot, and sometimes, and sometimes I did stuff like early on to just try to cover it, not so more for like comedic effect. And then at some point, it just became too much of a chore to like try to hide it. So now you can see my little penis at the top of the. And it's mostly, I think I like shoved my nuts in there to give it some like some body. You know? Yeah, so that's how
I love it.
That's how I approach it.
Yeah, Slim's little jammies.
Now this is Matt Enos,
This is
fake
me playing
champagne, Burnt Charlie.
That toilet's just as famous as we are.
Oh, yeah. And the pregnant toilet, that's the most
Oh,
famous.
man.
Oh my god, he farted and fell.
Yeah, blew himself right off the toilet.
That's a good fart shit.
The toilet paper looks pretty good.
And then we get these
That's
black
a
and
great
white
picture.
What?
images.
Did they do that in Night of the Living
Yeah, at
Dead?
the end you just see like shots of them dragging the bodies out.
I probably
Setting on
haven't
fire.
watched that since I was in high school.
I like that.
I would recommend you
It's
get
really-
on it.
I know, it's really good. I love it. Oh, no, I definitely watched it later on in color. Do you have the colorized version?
I do, yeah.
So I borrowed the colorized version from you at some
That's a
point.
good shot.
Raid Sickles.
The smart car, formerly known as Bomer. This must have been after he got rid of the smart car.
That's a good shot. That's crazy looking.
All of these are great. This whole
Yeah.
thing.
Detonation films,
Maybe the shit.
I actually have my pants down.
Yeah, I can see that.